piece of private land. My friend Mike took me out on a spot that he has. It's actually the same spot that he took me opening morning, and we had 3 deers total. 2 deers came out about 100 yards away to the left of us. It was a doe and one was a buck, and he was chasing her. We couldn't tell how many points it was, but it was a big body deer, and they were in and out real quick. So it was a pretty slow morning. Right at about 9 o'clock, 9:15, a 7 or 8 pointer came out. I'll show you the video here right now. So this 8 pointer came out, and he was feeding on acorns. It was pretty windy that day, so he was on high alert, and you can tell that he didn't want to come into the open area. I see his head.
Tell me when he lifts it up, if he does.
Nope. There he goes. He heard it. He heard it again. You don't care, you went right back to eating.
Okay, I'll see.
So, we left about 10 o'clock. The rest of the day, for about 2 or 3 hours, I did some scouting on some public spots. I actually took my cell camera that I had. I switched it to another spot. I put it above a scrape. Bucks are starting to make scrapes right now. And you can tell it's starting to show up all over the place. So I did that for a couple hours. And now I'm over here on my friend's property, and I'm looking to kill a doe. He needs some does sticking out on this property. But if a buck steps in, then I'll take a buck also. We have a pretty strong south wind. It's probably 15 miles an hour with gusts up to 20, 25. And I'm sitting in this homemade camper shell blind. You can see from all these windows over here. It's from a truck camper. Looks like this camper shell blind hasn't been used in quite a while because it was full of wasps. Here comes another one. Just killed another one. That's 16. And I thought there was only a couple. Turns out there were 16 that I killed. I counted every one of them. So we got that taken care of. Hopefully this smell of wasp spray won't affect it too much, with deer smelling, but pretty strong wind, so any kind of scent it's blown in really, really far away. It's a really hot day today. It's about 90 degrees. I'm sitting here and I'm kind of sweating, honestly. So we'll see what comes out, what pops out. It's only about 4:30 right now, so we got 2.5 hours till it gets dark. So we'll see what happens, and I'll keep you guys posted. I'll show you guys my current setup. So out here, about 20, 30 to 40 yards, this is a food plot right here. Then we got some high grass growing here, and then there's a food plot that's because it's real thick over there, and that's where they could be bedding. So you can see how high the wind is. You probably hear it in the microphone. That's what happens, guys, when you get too picky and you get way too long. So I had that group of does come in, probably 6 or 7 of them. I had the 2 fawns out in front, and I had a doe out that was 30 yards broadside. But the big doe behind it, there was a bigger doe, and I was waiting for her to come out. And I don't know why they spooked. Maybe they saw some movement, but I was barely moving. The wind had just happened to die down right at that point, and we had a steady wind, so I don't know. When you have a lot of does, it's really hard to, not move a finger because one of them's gonna see something. So they all trotted down from where they came from, so I don't know.
Well, guys, I got busted. I hunted all day just to finish it off with getting busted by a group of does. So I really don't know what happened. Honestly, it was really weird because, well, what happened was I think 7 does came in, about 30 to 40 yards away from the blind I was in. So there was 2 fawns that came out in the beginning, and they kind of went to the left of the opening. I knew they were fawns; they were pretty small. Then the third doe that came out was the one that was broadside at 30 yards. She was right at broadside 30 yards, and I had a perfect opportunity to shoot her, but I hesitated. I didn't shoot. The reason being is behind her was another doe that was slightly bigger. You can tell that she was more than likely the dominant doe of that group, and I was waiting for her to come out into the clearing so I can shoot her. When these 7 does came in, I noticed out of the corner of my eye, the ones that you can't see on the video, they were more to the right. One of them was acting really finicky, like kept looking back, kept looking back, just something was off, I don't know if that's what caused them to spook or what, because it definitely wasn't me. I made minimal movement, but they didn't smell me. I didn't make much movement, so that one that was acting real finicky, I knew she was going to be a problem, and turns out I was correct. you know, she bolted off and they all followed her. You know, it's kind of like it's like girls going to the bathroom. One goes, they all gotta go. So yeah, that's pretty much what happened. It just so happened that the wind died down right as those does came in. I mean, we had a pretty steady wind of like 10 to 15 miles an hour pretty much the whole time I was in that blind until the sun started to set and those does came out. It's almost like someone just turned off the wind and everything got real quiet, you know. So I wasn't making a lot of movement. Actually, at one point my camera was actually sitting a little bit too high and all you could see was like the netting of the blind, and I was actually contemplating of actually lowering the camera because I didn't want to cause a lot of commotion and movement. So, but that doe that was 30 yards, I did draw back on her and I made sure everything was right, that my arrow can shoot out of that blind. That blind's meant for gun hunting and crossbow hunting, so it's pretty hard to shoot a compound through it, so you got to be really good. Not really good, you just have to make sure that your sight and your arrow are in that opening, because you might be looking through your sight right at the deer, but your arrow's aiming right at that piece of plywood that's there, and that would have been pretty bad. But everything was good. I just hesitated. So if you're a hunter and you watch my channel and you're watching this video, learn from my mistake. Don't hesitate. Just if you have an opportunity, take it. Unless it was, you know, a group of bucks or something like that, or a buck came in, you know, and obviously there was a bigger one behind it. There's nothing you can do really about that, you know. If you got a target buck that you're going after, or if you're just, setting a goal, like this year my goal is to shoot something bigger than I've always shot. I've shot, well, the bucks that I've shot have been around, I don't know, 100 inches. So just roughly guesstimating. So my goal this year is to shoot something bigger than that and just keep on moving with that, But if the opportunity, if it comes to close to the end of the season, and a smaller buck comes out and I still have a buck tag to fill, I'll take it. I'll take a 4-point. So, moral of the story is, am I disappointed in myself? Yes, I should have took that shot, but am I going to kick myself over, missing out on the opportunity of at a doe? No, definitely not. There's 300 does to one buck, so that's how many there are out there, so I'm not too worried about it. Even though I didn't shoot anything, I'm still gonna post this video. So if you enjoy this type of content, which with my channel I'm striving to do more outdoor stuff. Hunting and fishing is really what I like doing when it comes to hobbies, or besides doing life stuff. Hunting and fishing is really what I enjoy doing. So I'm gonna post a lot of videos on that kind of stuff. So if you're enjoying this content, give me a thumbs up, subscribe or whatever. My channel's not big by any means, only got 50 subscribers, and if you enjoyed it, comment, like it, write what you think, whatever. And we'll see you on the next one. Peace.